And we're just about ready to roll. Let's do this.
All right. Yeah, we're good. If you guys need time at all, just call. He's good. We're good. All right.
And we'll have Will Chalmers and the Seahawks versus Adrian Baxter and the Cowboys. Seahawks will start with the ball at the 25-yard line. Does have a man open.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
At the 35. Pass is complete.
4, 3, 2, 1, 10.
Safety over the top at the 45. Looking to make the tackle.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off.
Left hand side of your screen. The 40, 50, 45, and out at the 40-yard line. And that's going to be a quick first down for the Seahawks. That's a Gridiron Buzz fan club first down.
Separate.
So quick first down by the Seahawks. Cowboys looking to obviously stop this drive. Don't want to get a score on early in the first half. It's 35-minute clocks. Each coach has 2 timeouts per game, and then there's some also additional stoppages if we go for 2. So we'll walk you through that as we get along this morning. This is the final game of the tournament champions. You're watching the 2019 championship game of the Texas Twister here on GBN.
All right, we're been kind of a long night, short morning type thing. We got through the Coaches Challenge Championships. We didn't broadcast that live due to some unforeseen circumstances that we couldn't quite prepare for, but we're back on air now, and hopefully we'll get you through this game. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Make sure when we take our breaks, you get your sandwiches, you pet your dog, hug your family members, and settle back in and see what we can do here to get through this Texas Twister Championship, the first TOC stop on the 2019-2020 circuit.
Yep, and that's going to bring up second down after an incomplete pass on first down for the Seahawks. So, both of these coaches go back quite a ways. They played each other even this weekend during pool play. And they played each other a couple years ago right here in Dallas, Texas for the World Championship. So, lots of history between these two. Both great coaches. We started yesterday with 32. We're down to our final 2. Pretty impressive stuff so far.
Well, and I expect this, we've been waiting all weekend for this to erupt, and I expect this to potentially be one of those 35, 38, 40-point games. I would be a little bit stunned to see the defenses be in lockdown mode. Both of these offenses can really rack up some points and get up and down the field in a hurry here. One a little more dominated to the run, one a little more dominated to the pass.
Quarterback pass is the call. He's got several guys open. Going for the orange base, right-hand side of your screen. Got 3 referees in the game to make sure we got all eyes on it. What a pass. Dumped it right over the defender. Coming to your living room, right-hand hash mark. No safety deep. They're all going to have to catch them from behind at about the 32, 20, 10, 5, end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Seahawks. They'll go up early with 31 minutes to go.
Already an awesome display of passing here. We're already out of the gate, 2 for 3 for 75 yards, all through the air. A quick strike, and this is pretty much what we expected.
Yep, quick strikes on both sides. It's gonna come down to really where the defense can make some adjustments and be able to stop those things. And as you can see, the pit is full. We have 3 referees, 2 coaches. We're over here in the booth.
So just tell me who we're throwing out. Just pick one. Barry, get out of.
I think we can throw out. Yeah, no. Absolutely. On your left, you got Mr. Will Chalmers. On the right, Adrian Baxter. Kind of give you guys a visual. Yeah, to make it this far is a big deal.
Well, yeah, and even surviving. We say this all the time. This is, in as much as it is a skill set, in as much as it is a strategy, it's an endurance test.
3-second runoff. We are going to see a kickoff return.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Defense has 10 seconds to turn all unengaged defenders towards that ball carrier right in the middle of your screen. Coming out of the end zone. Here come the Cowboys. 5, 10, and tackled at the 28-yard line. And that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. It'll be a 1-minute change of possession. We'll take it to a quick commercial break.
Right, on a fairly decent kickback or run back here on the kick, you know, and we're going to say that Adrian just finished playing on one half of the Coaches Challenge, where they ended up being the Texas Twister Coaches Challenge champion. That could potentially work for you, it could work against you. I think in Adrian's case, it's probably going to help him dial in a little bit. Some of the other guys, sometimes they get a little fatigued after they've already played one. I think it's only going to bode well for Adrian here. It's going to be interesting to see if he comes out with that vaunted running offense here. Throughout the tournament, we've seen Will just kind of have an answer for everything and kind of bottle you up no matter what you're doing. So this could be one of those games that's he who blinks first.
That's exactly how I feel about it. It's going to be a mishap, something along the lines of a fumble, or just a kind of a little bit of a cold streak. Missing 2 or 3 passes here kind of changes the momentum quite a bit. So here come the Cowboys on 1st and 10 at their own 28.
5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands up.
Big quarterback run right up the middle. And he's going to get bumped.
And he got turned by his own man there. It looks like he's down at about the 13, about the 11, no, inside the 10.
Inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
5, right up to 5.
Wow, good pack. Good run. Good spot.
Apologize for the multi-call there, but it was getting off the top of my monitor for a second. I couldn't see. So we're looking at 1st and goal from the 5.
1st and goal after a nice run right up the middle. So we've got a long way to go today. 70 minutes of football action, and it's really more like 90 minutes with some stoppages and the timeouts and the things we've got going on. At halftime, we will be doing our final knockout round for peanut decals. We've been doing that all day yesterday. We started with 90+ names in the hat. We're down to 5.
Right.
Mike Beal still has 2 names in.
Right.
He started with 3, still has 2. So we'll see. Here come the Cowboys on 1st and 10 inside them. 1st and goal inside their own 10-yard line.
3, 2, 1, hands up.
Quarterback option is the call.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Quarterback keeper right up the middle. And down at the 4-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Loss of 1.
40-second setup clock. Just like you see in regular football, there's a play clock. 40 seconds to basically, once your guys are separated, to be able to set those teams back up. Set up your next formation, and then there's a little bit of countdown that happens in between. Both teams, two timeouts each. They have those for the entire game. It's not per half. You can use 1 and 1, or it's gonna be critical. And I think those are gonna come down to kind of last second things when we get down to field goals and those types of things.
If it continues to be close, I would expect the timeouts to come in. I really think this game's just going to go and go and go and just keep racking up points like a pinball machine.
Quarterback keeper right up the middle. And tackle down again. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
Yards passing, 50 yards on the ground already. How's that for basically a quarter of football?
Wow. Yeah. I think I heard somebody earlier just say there might be 1,000 yards offense in this game.
Maybe there's some defensive coordinators getting fired.
So here we go, 3rd and goal. Cowboys looking to punch it in after a quick score by the Seahawks. They've definitely got to come back here. You don't want to see them go down early. Going to get the adjustment, make sure they're pivoting from the back of the base as to not gain any yards towards the ball carrier. Quarterback options the call. Looks like it's going to be another keeper right up the middle for the 3rd time. Is he going to get it punched in here? And tackled, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So it's 4th and 1 at the 1-yard line. This is a big play here for the Cowboys, and also even just as equally as important for the Seahawks as they try to make this stop. I think this is kind of a moment. This could be an early momentum changer.
I'm not sure about momentum just yet. It could be, but I know one thing, it'll build confidence in the defense to have a goal line stand like this. The flip side of having that kind of defensive stand is now you get your bottom side hanging over your own goal line, and that's a difficult place to get off out of the way. One mistake down there, and it's going to be a mute point about this forward-play goal line stand right here.
Absolutely. So looking to go forward on 4th and 4. 4th and goal from the 1. This is their 4th time doing that, basically. Do they change anything up here, or do you kind of stay with the quarterback sneak and try to just keep jamming it in?
I think you play the law of averages. If he stopped you 3 times, conventional thought is he would always stop you, but I also think you're due at some point. So
quarterback keeper, here it is. He should go right on in. And that's going to be a touchdown. We've got ourselves a tie ball game. 21:45 to go in the first half. Cowboys tied up 7-7 with the Seahawks. It'll be first. It'll be 1st and 10 after the kick. Looks like we are going to see the Seahawks take the kickoff, maybe for an opportunity for a run back and a quick score.
We saw it yesterday in the game where there were several run backs that worked out really well. A couple of returns in the same game, a couple more big runs, and those of you that competed with me know that I like a run back. I know it has its risk, but I think you take those calculated risks to get big plays.
Yeah. It's kind of quiet in the room. I think everybody's really sitting here with anticipation. And we've got a 3-second runoff to simulate, and we've got defenders all over the end zone. It's going to wipe it up and elect to take it at the 25. So, tried to run it out, didn't quite get there, had a lot of defenders going. I don't blame him. Take the safer thing. At that point, there's no sense in pushing it.
Well, that's what you get sometimes with these kick. Sometimes the coverage just gets down in such a hurry and it's so fanned out that even if you do have a pick of a lane or two, you can look maybe out 15, 20 yards. But then what's after that? If you're just going to get stuck at the 20, 22-yard line anyway, then you don't take that risk for the fumble. You go ahead and take it at the 25. It's only when you can really think you can see a clear lane out to about at least into the 40 range, then you start thinking about running to a seam somewhere.
Yep, and we've seen it. We saw a run back earlier in this tournament. It's a possibility. I think it's, both of these teams are going to be incredibly aggressive to score right now, and so they're taking anything and everything they can get their hands on to make that work. So 1st and 10 from the 20. You're going to get the pivots from the offense, and then we'll see the counter pivots and counter motions from the defense. And here we go. Quarterback options to call. Pass has been declared. Where's it going? Right here at the 35-yard line, top of your screen. Pass is complete. And as you see that board shake, that's not the camera shaking, that's the board moving a little bit. So you're wondering what's going on.
Them 6.2s.
I was like, I couldn't figure it out for a second. I was like, none of my cameras are shaking. The board is shaking just a little bit.
This board's set up a little differently than some of the fields we play on that are actually set on top of tabletops, which are a little more substantial. This board actually is attached to its own base.
It's basically its own table.
Right.
Yep. Some people have these as dining room tables. I think Jeff McCauley has one like that.
So when you lean on it a little bit, there's a tendency to bounce. So.
And tackle down at the 36-yard line. That's going to be good for another first down. So back to the first down game.
I think that was a 32.
Challenge flag, hit the field. I'll stop the clock for a second. I just want to get it right.
Officials have asked for the clock to be stopped, and we're going to take a look at that last pass. Don's asking what happened to the overhead camera. We're going through a reventilation, I guess, of some of the camera angles that we're using. It will be back. Something we wanted to try. This particular time was because we're trying to see if we can get by with the on-the-field cameras more, especially at this particular game where you have two coaches and a lot of times two referees, sometimes three referees. We're trying to really work with the referees in positioning so that we don't get all four camera angles blocked. And what we figured out was the overhead cameras are out. It's kind of our crutch. So we're kind of trying to operate in the blind, so to speak, without that, so we can all get better at what we do and changing camera angles. But it will be back. This is just an experiment to see if we can get better.
All right, so it's inconclusive on the replay. We're going to leave it alone and continue on. So that was still first down, though. He moved from the 20 to the...
He went from the 26 to the 32.
So here come the Seahawks again. And they're going to be at the 32-yard line on first down after completing a first down pass. Quarterback options to call and a sack. Wow, look at the pressure that came in from the Cowboys and just kind of muddled that whole pack up. Man, what can you do with that? Wow, wow, wow. So that's going to bring up second, and looks to be about.
Loss of 5.
Loss of 5. Second 15. 7-7, all tied up. See if I can load up the replay here in just a little bit for that particular play, and just see the pressure that the Cowboys brought.
And you know, that kind of plays into the next statement I was going to make. We talked most of the game already this morning about how the offense was so vaunted, how they could get up and down the field, rack up points like a pinball machine and such. However, this game could potentially come down to that one series, that one big play. The sack now has already got it sparked. That it could turn in. I don't want to say it's going to turn into a defensive game. I just want to say it could potentially turn on a defensive stop or a defensive play.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pass is complete.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands off.
He wanted to win the race.
And that's going to be another touchdown for the Seahawks. And it's going to be 14-7. Seahawks over the Cowboys. 14:33 to go in the half.
Can I just add something here? We're coming down inside of about 14 minutes still to go in this half. We're already at 148 yards through the air.
That's incredible. That is incredible. Let's take a look. We got a couple minutes. We'll take a look at the replay with that sack that kind of happened earlier. Just kind of watch the pressure that happened. You'll see a little bit of adjustment here as we get into it. And really, just watch the edge pressure just come in. The quarterback, he gets hit from all sides.
That came close to being a fumble there.
Wow. Yeah. That could have been dangerous. We'll see what kind of adjustments the Seahawks have, and maybe the Cowboys if they've got that angle dialed in. So the Cowboys elect to take the kickoff again. It'll be a 3-second simulated kickoff. And we'll gotta take it from the middle. The kicking team does get to pick where that kick returner goes. And that has to be done, I believe, before the kick is actually snapped or kicked.
7, 6, 5.
And Bobby's asking who won the Coaches Challenge Championship. It would be Coach Adrian Baxter and Tom Rusnick.
That is true. Coming out of the end zone. And a nice turn. And out at the 40-yard line. So the Cowboys will take over after a nice kick return at the 40-yard line. We'll take it to a commercial break for just a couple seconds here to thank some of our sponsors. And we'll be right back with you. So the Cowboys will take over at the 40-yard line. It's got a 1-minute change of possession, and then from there we'll get our pivots adjustments, and we'll be off to the races again at 7-14.
On the first 3 possessions so far, we've had touchdown drives, mostly of which are long plays. This will now be the Cowboys' second possession. We'll see what the cards they turn on this one. My suspect would be probably a long run coming out of midfield here.
I mean, it's worked so far. He scored a touchdown with it, had a long run on the first possession. Do you change anything with it? I'm not so sure that's the thing.
He probes left and probes right, and the next thing you know, it's going to be up the middle for about 50. That's about where I'm at with it.
3, 2, 1, hands off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Definitely got to watch. What I'm seeing here is we got safeties over the top, but this quarterback with the run up the middle, and there it is. Is this going to be a quarterback keep? Yep, stationary safety is going to be replaced out with the mobile, and this is going to be kind of an angle game here to see who can hit it. And tackled just shy of the 50 at the 48-yard line. So that's a gain of 8. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2.
And there's the left probe that I was saying. I would expect a right probe now just to pull the defense a little bit off, and then some type of trap play right between the guards.
Yep, definitely watch. I think it all starts to come down to how this line is actually angled in. Does that change the game? Does that create kind of a reverse pocket on the defense to not allow them to kind of get to the outside?
It sets up itself for a lot of traps,
and
which
then
would be your middle run.
And then, of course, you've got double stack on both sides here, really trying to get behind that. The thing to look out for, though, by the time you do this, you got one-on-one coverage out here.
No, I look for Adrian to pivot right into the teeth of this defense just to throw it off. He's setting up the middle guard traps. If this isn't the up the middle play right here, it depends on the push that the center gets.
Quarterback option is the call. And there's that one-on-one coverage out to the left flat there.
And Will knows he's in trouble right here. Coverage kind of broke down. This is Adrian's first pass attempt. And this will kind of set the tone for the rest of the half. Complete on a short pass here.
I thought he might have went out to the outer flat, but he went for the safer pass at the 47-yard line on the other side of the field.
Well, even if he just chews up a good chunk of 15, 18, 20 yards, and safety, I think, missed the first time.
He missed the first time. Got him down at the 35-yard line, so a 15, 17-yard pass. Tried to set him up for the run, kind of disguised it a little bit, and that's going to be good enough for a Gridiron Buzz fan club first down. So, a little bit of difference there. I think Will was really keying off on the run, and Adrian kind of sensed that, wanted to go for the pass. So I see a question here from our chat. It's asking about, can you adjust a dial during play stoppage? Yes, you can, as long as you have time remaining in that particular session. So from a passing standpoint, you only have 15 seconds to complete the pass and make any adjustments necessary when you're on offense. So 15 seconds goes by pretty quick, so you kind of have to be on the ready, but you can pick them up. It's called an advanced pivot. Mark the spot, and then from there be able to make that dial adjustment as long as you have time available.
How's the passing line open? Just about the 25-yard line here. You can thread this window pretty quick. No doubt about that. Made the base jump a yard or so.
Complete at the 25-yard line. Going to be a nice collision here, probably about the 17 or 18.
And it looks to be that Adrian's just kind of switching up here.
And he missed. And that's a touchdown. Man, we've got ourselves a ball game, folks. It's back to a tie ball game.
Just start to say, it looks like everyone's going to kind of switch it up a little bit, just like shoot and stuff. It's happening now. We got a series of broke tackles, missed tackles. It's turning smaller 10, 12-yard plays into 30, 40-yard plays on that touchdown. 35-yard missed tackle play. Put it in the end zone again. So we are now 4 for 4 on possessions with touchdowns scored.
Yep, no need to punt here. Put your punter on the bench.
Yeah. I'm thinking we should add a defensive player for every touchdown so we get up to like 20 on 11.
Extra stationaries.
Slow this thing down a little bit.
Put some like Sandlot style stuff out there, some garbage cans they have to run around. Make it challenging at least. Now, both of these coaches are top-notch coaches. Both previous world champions, multiple gold ball winners. I mean,
Hall of Fame, right?
I know
Adrian is.
I know Adrian is. I'm
I
not
think
positive about
Will.
Will. We can definitely check on that.
Yeah.
If not, well on his way.
We'll get our statisticians on.
Yeah. Where's my admin?
Yeah.
Do we have one of those?
Something tells me we'll be the ones doing the research.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I'm not sure we have one of those. So the Seahawks elect to not take the return. They're just going to go directly to the 25. Plenty of time.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 30, 12, 11.
And a pass complete at the 25-yard line. As you can see, that's the 15 seconds we were talking about. The referees count that down. As long as there's 15 seconds, time left within that 15 seconds, the offense can still pivot that ball carrier. And, of course,
I saw a situation yesterday, ran out of time where they had the receiver up in the air to adjust the dial, and once that happens, you're down right there.
yep, that
You
happens.
Set it down. There's no more time left to take off.
And so that's a completed pass out to about the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up another quick first down. So the Seahawks just continue to mark out first downs on the first play from scrimmage. It's just, man, what an intense game so far. Just a reminder, folks, we will be doing the Gridiron Buzz Fan Club final drawing at halftime. So at the conclusion of this half, stay put. Somebody's going home with a team of B-Nut Team decals.
Sure. And that's a really huge value. Getting ready to reload, start a new team. Heard somebody say if they won it last night, they were going to start a high school team.
Yep.
Just an awesome way to get a new squad going. Decals are at a premium. You're kind of a stickler for the important details, as a lot of us are. You like the nicest decals. You know, if you look good, you play good.
So here come the Seahawks at the 40-yard line.
21, 8.
Quarterback pass is the call.
And we do have online support with Coach Brian out there in Baltimore talking about Will isn't a Hall of Famer. And I wasn't sure. I didn't think he was, but want to just need some backup every once in a while. You know, we know a lot of things. We go way, way, way back with a lot of the stuff. But we're not going to sit here and even try to convince anybody we know it all.
And that pass is incomplete on first down to bring up 2nd and 10. Seahawks have a little bit of urgency here. I think they're looking to, obviously try to go up at halftime. 3:25 to go in the first half. Both coaches have timeouts. I don't think you burn them in this instance here, unless you feel like you're going to score. I think you get any score you can at this point.
Yeah, it's not really quite the place for it unless you just caught the defense off guard in some bad formation or something, and they're going to have to burn one just to save a big play. Most guys trust their instincts here and just rely on what they know. The old saying is, you got to dance with a girl you brought. So that's what both of these coaches are showing true to their colors. We got a 14-14 game here.
2nd and 10, going for a pass, looking for a man open. Burn, and going to throw it away on 2nd down. It's going to bring up 3rd down. So 2 defensive stops here by the Seahawks.
And that's the first non-streak, I guess, or back streak that Will has went on. He's 4 for 7 now, 166 yards through the air already in the first half. That's the first time he's went 0 for 2 at any point in the game.
I think he'll get it figured out. You don't get to these championship games by accident. This was no road to, easy road to victory. Both of these coaches had to play through some really tough pools. 32 coaches in the game. The talent was immense this weekend. It's unbelievable that we're even sitting here watching these two play. It could have literally been anybody.
Well, it's a war of attrition, that's for sure. It's just a little like drawing a tiger in the first round, a lion in the second, and then you get the distinct privilege of playing a grizzly bear next. So it's pick your poison in these things.
3rd and 10. Cowboys looking to make a stop. Obviously, Seahawks looking to gain that first down and keep this drive alive. Quarterback pass. Oh, what a sack. Man, what a sack. And that's going to be a big play there. Oh, the pressure just came on. And they're going to back them up to about the 26-yard line. Almost a 27. It's going to bring up 4th down. I think you go for it here because a change of possession should probably kill the clock. 1 minute to go in the half. It's the right thing to do. If there was more time left, I think you definitely would be punting away. You don't want to get stuck down here in that end zone.
Yeah, because regardless of what happens, this should be the last play of the game.
It will be.
Half. I'm sorry, half. Yes, myself. But what's going to end up happening is you just lay on the trigger long enough, cut it off just before you get sacked, and then you heave the ball. Now, let me tell you a story about what happened here a couple years ago. We were in witness of a 90-yard in the air, rainbow trout lob of a pass.
Drop in the bucket.
On a Jerry big board that fell out of the sky like a B-2 bomber and hit the receiver in the head from 90 yards away. And I'm going to give you one guess who just did that.
Yep.
Potentially the guy that's about to do it again.
Yep. Because this is lay on the trigger as long as you don't get pressured and go for it. It's 4th and what we call the next county.
That's right.
Quarterback pass. He's got some protection back there trying. Ooh, and almost got there.
I think he had to get let. He let up a little earlier than he wanted, but he's still deep. He's looking now, trying to. Yeah, he's going right in the center.
Just kind of a little dink and dunk play. I think that's the only thing he had.
He wasn't able long enough to develop in the pressure. And give the Cowboys credit here. The pressure has been coming relentless these last 4 or 5 plays. Something that is kind of characteristic of Adrian's defense. When he wants to come after you, he will come after you.
Coming right through the middle of this pack, in the middle of your screen. And that's going to wrap it up for the first half. You're watching the 2019 Texas Twister here on the Gridiron Buzz Network. Stay right here. We'll be right back. We're actually not. All right, folks, we are back after a longer abbreviated halftime. We've got ourselves a ball game. It's 14-14 all. We're ready to roll.
Say 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
And the Cowboys will be returning the ball. And we do have a water stoppage again. That has been happening, I believe.
Reset the clock.
Yeah, we'll reset up and we'll go back to 35 minutes. We're going to redo that entire thing. There's water on the field. We've got a air conditioner duct that seems to be leaking a little bit.
Did you sign this person?
Kelly Newton. Yep, only fair to do. I'm going to try to wipe that vent off. It's right over the top of the board. Keeping everybody cool, but keeping them wet at the same time. So we got a leak in the building. Hopefully it's not like Minnesota with the snow and the ceiling collapse, but everybody's giving Kelly Newton instructions on how to clean.
Go down to 34:57. So after 3 seconds. Is this all we did with the kickoff?
No problem. So 34:57, and we'll start on the snap.
That happened yesterday. Ready?
Yep.
Go. Start the clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So there we go. We're back underway. Clock is running now. We had a little bit of a water delay. There was some water being spilt.
Rain delay.
Rain delay. Yeah, that's what we're going to call
We
it.
blamed it on Selby yesterday. Thought he was sweating on the board. Come out of the air conditioner.
It was coming out of the air conditioner.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that one, okay.
Yeah. And tackled down
18.
at the 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. as we get this second half action of the 2019 Texas Twister underway. And here come the Cowboys after it'll be a 1-minute change of possession to bring out the offense. And of course the Seahawks will be bringing out their defense, looking to make a stop here. It's 14-14 all. 2 timeouts remaining per team in the second half. It's so quiet in here, I think I can hear the church mice.
Almost.
Almost.
Well, we got a little pause in the action here. I'll give you a few stats that are a little interesting here. Cowboys 2 for 2 of passing of 52 yards on the half. Seahawks 5 of 8, 176 yards. There for a minute I thought we were going to go for a mile for total yardage. Rushing yards, 60 yards for the Cowboys and a surprising negative 20 for the Seahawks, mostly done on sacks. A lot of pressure coming from the Cowboys linebackers here throughout the middle and the later part of that half. So there you have it. We're all tied up. Can't get any closer than what we're doing. We've got a little over 30 minutes to go to try to get something proved. Time of possession, 19 minutes for the Cowboys, 17 for the Seahawks. So nearly split down the middle. We said at the top of the hour of the broadcast that it would be a run game against a pass game, and that's where we're at.
Quarterback pass is the call. Going out to the right hand side of your screen. That pass is complete at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, it moves them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
And tackled down at about the 28. And that's going to be good enough for a Gridiron Buzz fan club first down. So an 11-yard pass completion by the Cowboys will keep this drive alive. I'm wondering when we look at Seattle's defense, you know, what can we expect out of that? We've seen the run. We've seen the run from the Cowboys. We've seen the out and the flat passes.
Well, right now you're looking at the Cowboys passing at 3 for 3, so I'm going to expect that at some point the Seahawks are going to have to start bringing a little pressure because these, you know, you have completions of 17, 35, and now 11. At some point those are going to start to become 35, 40-yard passes, and you're going to have to start bringing some pressure eventually, which plays right into the Cowboys' hands here. The more he can get you thinking about the pass, the more he wants to grind you with the run.
Some area concern right here. You got kind of that center just unblocked, and the quarterback is going to look to be right up the middle here. And there's the pack. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Stationary safety will come out, mobile in. And that's the only adjustment that can be done. Going to be a quarterback keeper right up from the break, and he gets turned by his own man and tackled down at the 44-yard line. And that's going to bring up, I believe that's another first down. Yep, that's going to be a back-to-back consecutive first down. So Cowboys still getting 10 yards on the run.
I think maybe Coach Will and the Seahawks are willing to take one roll for the dice and take a chance on a bend but don't break type defense to see how that goes. I think he has enough confidence in his offense to get back and score. Not with relative ease, but he knows he can move the ball. So I think he's trying to find an answer on defense. And I think we said before that, you know, we expect these teams to rack up points. What we don't know is who's going to blink first when it comes to a defensive mistake, whether it's leaving a running lane open or anything to that sort.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So hands, and hands. Everybody's ready to go. We've got the defense making their counter adjustments here. And again, we've got one-on-one coverage on the outside, and that could spell trouble if these these corners don't lock them down. And there it is. Definitely missed him on the right.
7, 6, 50, 40, 30, 12, 11.
Going for a pass completion at the 50-yard line. Pass is definitely complete. We'll have the adjustments from the safeties, and then we'll be off to the races.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Down.
And tackled down at the 44-yard line. That's going to be good enough for another Gridiron Buzz Network fan club first down. The Cowboys are moving the ball. Where's it at? First and 10 for the Cowboys. 28-10 to go in the game. 14-14 all. Both teams, both timeouts. We put a poll out on our Gridiron Buzz Facebook page to see what you guys thought for the winner. Gridiron Buzz Nation, 71% Will Chalmers, 29% Adrian Baxter for the win. So far, it's a 50-50 tie. We have no winner yet. But Gridiron Buzz Nation, they normally do a pretty good job at picking the winners and the scores of these games. You're going to get a slight motion. Quarterback option is a call.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Be a quarterback keeper again, right up the middle. We got to watch and see if we have any kind of pressure there. Is he going to slide out and tackle down? I believe they're going to move the chains again for another Cowboys first down. So first and 10, back to back to back.
We have a little bit of a special request here. Ken Allen, if you're on with us, kind of speak up, give us a note here. We've got a message to pass along to you. We'll make sure you're on. Hear the message. If not, we'll try to check you here again a little later.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here on the Gridiron Buzz Network. Thank you guys for being the best part of it, the Gridiron Buzz Nation. And I hope you've enjoyed your afternoon all day yesterday. We had a lot of football action going on. This is like our 8th game for the weekend. We're quickly approaching a whole bunch of games. I lost count. I don't even remember anymore. I can tell you this is our 9th Tournament of Champions that we've came to in a row. We started about mid-season 2 years ago and then completed the entire circuit last year. And we're kicking off this one. 2019-2020 Tournament of Champions, and this is the very first one, the Texas Twister. Quarterback keep. Again, kind of running that same play, but if you're getting 10 yards gain, why not? Good pressure there, and not going to quite get all that. It's going to bring up second down.
It's about 2nd and 8. Yep.
2nd and 8. We'll flip it over to the offensive side so we can try to see what these Cowboys have in mind. On second down. I mean, you're getting good pressure there from the you're getting pressure all over the place, but as soon as you think you're stopping the run, you got the pass coming. As soon as you stop the pass, the run's coming right back. Do you think it has anything to do with maybe the safety plays, maybe where he's lining those safeties up?
Well, Adrian's offense starts out looking like a big wreck on I-10 somewhere. It's just a mosh pit. But what you can't really control is when his running backs start to bounce off of that. he's going to rip big plays one way or the other. The best you can hope to do to stop this offense is just play balance and don't get caught out of position. But the fallback of that is still grinding up 8, 10, 12 yards of play, and it's effective. Just keep moving the chains. It's ball control. It's not that he's trying to stall the game or slow it down in any sense. He's just playing his game, and it's kind of like, look, this is what I do. This is what I'm about to do to you, and if you can't stop it, well, I'm going to continue to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of moving the chains, that's another first down for the Cowboys. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Maybe just inside at the 19.
And we've just said, we've said numerous times in this game now, so it was going to come down to a running team against a passing team. The stats are starting to play that out. The Cowboys approaching 100 yards on the ground to go along with 65 yards through the air, and the Seahawks kind of one-dimensional with 166 yards now. Or I'm sorry, 176 yards passing, and minus 20 mostly due to a couple of big-time sacks. Kind of a feast or famine game here, but in the end, we're still knotted up at 14. Now the Cowboys knocking on the door here, approaching midway of the second half. A score here is going to change the complexity of this game simply because Will hasn't played from behind yet. He scored on the opening play. Second possession took him about 3 plays. He was in the end zone again.
Tackled down for after a 3-yard gain. Be 2nd and 7.
And the Cowboys now officially at the century mark, 100 yards on the ground.
That's pretty impressive in electric football.
With 22 minutes and count, plus in the game, can't run electric football. Beg to differ. I could name probably a half a dozen people that can effectively run in this game, and there's probably more.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it with Vince Petros. He was able to run the ball. We're seeing it with Adrian Baxter. We've seen Ken Allen run the ball before. I mean, we've seen a lot of people run the ball pretty effectively.
Norbert comes to mind, and there's others. I've seen others effectively run the ball.
2nd and 7 for the Cowboys in the red zone. I think they just keep marching right now and trying to play their game until the Seahawks figure out how to shut it down. I can start to feel the momentum shift towards looking at clock management, looking at timeouts, looking at, do I need to go for a field goal here to try to get up some points? There's a lot of things I think going through these coaches' heads.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Hands off. Stationary quarterback coming in, so we're setting up to look for a quarterback pass. Does have a man open. At about the 10-yard line, there's a couple safeties over the top, but it'll be a foot race to the end zone. That's a completed pass at the 10. Stationary safeties getting moved out. It'll be a foot race to see where we end up. And not even close, and that's a touchdown. The Cowboys will go up 21-14 over the Seahawks. 20 minutes, 25 seconds to go, remaining in the championship game of the 2019 Texas Twister. You're watching the Gridiron Buzz Network. So it'll be a 1-minute change of possession. We don't have any drawings left to go, so I'm kind of like, oh, what do we do here now?
Well, here's what we do. We got, as usually happens when we're doing these tournaments on a Sunday afternoon, who do you think's checking in on a Sunday afternoon, riding with her Grammy, going to Grandma's house? Is our own precious little Princess Caroline. How you doing, baby girl?
Yep.
Yeah. Pop-Up and Uncle Bubby's going to be there pretty soon. We're heading out here this afternoon as soon as this game's over. Hopefully we'll see you tonight or first thing tomorrow morning.
Yep, we'll be back sometime. That's for sure. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Seahawks at their own 25 after electing to not take the kickoff.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Final seconds to set up for the Cowboys.
3, 2, 1. Hands on.
Unless I'm missing something on my stat sheet, something I'm looking at here
3,
tells me that every possession ended in a touchdown. We have no punch.
We have no punts. We have no field goals. We have no turnover on downs.
So every possession has actually ended up in a score.
Yep. The last possession in the first half when the Seahawks had the ball, they had a situation, but it was at the end of the half, so nothing to worry about there.
Yes,
See if we can get our angles unblocked here for a second.
yes.
There we go. We'll grab that one for a second. Apologize, folks. We'll have everybody move here in just momentarily. There we go.
Separate.
Oh, that's so cute.
I believe we're going to back up. Looks like it might have been a sack there. Going to be a loss of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 17.
Even though the Cowboys punched it in the end zone there, you're not ready to call this game tilted one way or another.
No.
The Cowboys want to play away with these guys, especially with the Seahawks, and especially with the long, deep threats that they can get loose with.
Yeah, definitely have that going. Get kind of a full house backfield, but maybe looking to get those running backs open and into the flat. They definitely have the speed to be able to go as well.
That, and I'm also looking at trying to shut down some of this blitz power that the Cowboys have brought here in the last couple of possessions.
20, 19, 8, 7, 6, 14, 13,
Come into the boots when they can.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
So looking to pass at the 37-yard line. That's complete.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
It'll be off to the races. One safety to beat him, but he's going to get blocked.
That guy came from upstairs.
What was that?
He came from up there, didn't he?
No, he had
No,
stationary.
he had
He
stationary.
had stationary.
My bad. I thought that theory came from up there, not the guy in the back end. I don't remember if it's right.
Oh, you
Yeah,
talking
I
about
thought he was on the field.
Yeah, he was supposed to pick him, so.
You put
All
him
right,
there? Oh, you put him there?
You can put your stationary.
No,
down.
I'm
Okay. So you're.
here we go.
At the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown Seahawks. We've got ourselves back in the ball game. It's just going to kind of go back and forth here for a little bit.
And just like I said a minute ago, I'm not ready to call this game tilted either way. Not with that quick strike offense. Not in one play, 2 plays. There you go. A long touchdown.
Kickoff or kickoff? Kickoff, man. Got a hand for both of them.
40 seconds.
So 1 minute change of possession. Cowboys are going to elect to receive the ball.
Is that even gonna work, Phil?
We're going to go into the booth for just a second and show you who we are. I think Miss Caroline's wanting to see us. There we go.
Hey, baby girl.
Showing
We'll be home soon.
Yep. Hi, welcome. This is the Wizard of Oz. This is the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. We got everybody. Yeah, don't pull the curtain back. We got our unbranded water here. And no Mountain Dew, no iPad, no. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. No, definitely appreciate you guys watching. We've been sitting here all weekend, 12 plus hours of broadcast, and I think it'd be pretty boring if we were just trying to do this for ourselves. So there we go. Get our downs and yardage reset.
8, 7,
About 14 minutes left.
Taking it from the 20, so it'll be another 1 minute change of possession. 14:09 to go. So what I'm saying is there's 14 minutes left in a TOC championship game. It's going to be pretty brutal coming down the stretch.
We played all this to prove nothing yet.
Nope.
So, but we do have 251 yards through the air for the Seahawks and 107 yards on the ground for the Cowboys to show for it. Also, the Cowboys have 65 yards through the air themselves. Perfect 3-for-3 passing for the Cowboys. Coach Adrian hasn't missed a pass yet.
You know, I feel like we should, you know, in real football, they give us, you know, quarterback ratings and that kind of thing. Can we get like a coach's rating thing? I mean, we do our top 10. But I feel like if you play in a tournament champion, you should have some sort of point rating system.
Maybe.
Like almost a power ranking of sorts. But based on who you played and all the matchups and all the things.
I'm pretty sure we'd probably take a computer back.
Oh, we're going to have to invest in that. Maybe the Gridiron Buzz fan club can support that. Why not?
Well, we got to get the Madden Cruiser first.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But maybe we could get the computer
In the Madden Cruiser. Why not? Let's do it that way.
mobile research lab.
Yeah, like kind of like the FBI has. Be first and 10 for the Cowboys, taking it at their own 20 after electing to not run it out of the end zone. And almost sacked. Quarterback pass. Does have a man open. Pretty easy pass here. Pass is complete at the 21. Missed him. 50. And what a turn. 40. And going to turn probably at the 45-yard line. That's going to be good for a Gridiron Buzz Network fan club first down. I thought that had potential to go a little further.
But did you see how he just hit the brakes for a second with the safety fly by, and then he picked it back up again? By design, of course.
So with 11:35 to go in the game, I agree we haven't proved anything yet, but both these teams can score. I think that's what we've proved. They both have really stiff defenses. I mean, you got to look. They didn't get scored on a ton in some of the previous games that we've ever seen them on, but they're just lighting it up here. I mean, we're on a pretty solid pace, already 42 points in the game.
Well, I really don't think we're watching bad defense. It's just not that. We're just watching that high power of offense. We're watching kind of ball control, grind it up, get 10 yards of play, running attack that's moving the chains consistently, at least consistently to go down and score the touchdowns. And we're looking at a catch and long run type of offense from the Seahawks that, and in all fairness, there's been a few missed tackles that's allowed these big runs, but that doesn't equate to a bad defense.
Quarterback passing again. Has man open at the 40-yard line. Pass is complete right to the front side of the base. And tackled down after a short gain after the catch. And that's going to be good for another first down. So we're just marking first downs more than anything right now. I mean, that's probably what, solid 20 first downs this game.
Yeah.
I know it's not necessarily a stat that we chart, but just the way that this looks, it's been first down after first down. I think we've got to third down one time.
Well, now, Coach Adrian, the Cowboys perfect 5 for 5 for exactly the century mark on the ground. So very balanced attack. 100 yards to the air, 107 on the ground. Well enough to keep this game tied up at 21 all. Coach Will is yet to find anything on the ground for a negative 20 yards due to 2 big sacks at a crucial point. Both of these Both of these two teams taking each other's hits and blows and still standing tall. And I think we had it right really going into this game. Said it was the first person to blink.
And so far, nobody's blinked. We had adjustments by the defense. You're going to get a couple of pivots towards the inside. Quarterback option was the call. It's going to be a quarterback keeper right up the middle. And tackled for a loss. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Cowboys.
You know, here we go with this body language and facial expression again, but I'm watching Coach Will, and the click of every switch on every snap of every play, he's just studying intensely at what's going on, trying to find any possible answer for keeping this steamroller of this offense to just keep rolling down the field. It's not like they're coming from everywhere. They're really coming between the tackles, and again, it's just like a big car pile up and somebody's breaking loose. That particular time, he had the answer. Shut it down for a -1 loss. But overall, defense isn't really effective at being able to keep these chains on, in the dirt, and keep them from moving.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Cowboys. Made a couple of pivots. Looking to have that quarterback roll to the outside. There we go. Be a quarterback option. Very rarely do we see a stationary come in for the Cowboys. It's mainly mobile. Looking to see what options are available. Quarterback pass has been declared. Where is he going to go? Right here in the middle of the pack at the 25-yard line. And that pass is complete. So pass is complete right here. Going to get those safeties to turn, some defensive ends to turn, and take it in for a touchdown. That's the Cowboys are going to go up. Taking the 1. Clock will continue to run. So the Cowboys are going to take all 7 points. It's 28-21. Cowboys over the Seahawks. 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go.
Cowboys really chewing up some time on the clock with that long drive.
Timeout. 6:03.
Timeout here.
Somebody did.
Which one? Yeah, he caught timeout.
Oh, I'm in the camera.
1 minute started?
Yeah, it started.
Okay.
I restarted.
Okay.
So the Seahawks will take a timeout. Save some time here because all the change of possessions. You got a 1 minute change of possession. No need to burn that up. So they'll be able to set up here. It is a 1 minute timeout.
Set up clock. 10 after that. Got plenty of time.
Everybody's kind of catching a breather here. Stretch your legs. Make sure your popcorn's not burning in the microwave.
Time of possession here, just about like the score in favor of the Cowboys. 34 minutes to 31 at this point. Cowboys perfect. You know, Coach Adrian not necessarily known for being the passer because he really doesn't pass that much. But what he has passed today, 6 for 6 for 125 yards. That's pretty darn effective. You know, he's passed when he's needed to. He's hit those passes. He's got the first downs. Big gains of 17, 35, 11, 20, 16, 25. And again, a lot of those short passes and go for runs.
Time's over. 50 seconds left in the set.
And you got
That's the full time.
Coach Will Chalmers there with the Seahawks, 6 of 9. Still very respectable. 75 yards through the air. But his has been big gains when it's counted. 35, 40, 73, 75 for 251.
2 timeouts
they,
for Adrian
they
left, 1
mattered
timeout for
then.
Will left.
But again, he hasn't got anything at all started on the ground. Still that negative 20 yards looming out there, due mostly to a couple of big sacks.
So the clock will start on the snap of the board, and we are just about ready to go after a timeout by the Seahawks to preserve that probably almost 2 minutes in real life.
Seconds for the defense. He said 6, 5,
I don't look for the Seahawks. I don't look for Coach Will to try to do anything any different here as far as trying to hurry up, get 2 for 1, or what. He knows that even if he scores here really quickly and gives the ball back, that Adrian could potentially kill out the clock on his own right. So he's going to take his time and try to lock this up. It's the typical Will, it's vintage Will, where he wins games at the last moment or in overtime with big plays. I'm not sure we're seeing another 90-yard bomb this year, but
I don't know. We might see a pretty good one right here. It's about a 25-yard pass. Missed him. Incomplete. That would have been a nice play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
you know the clock doesn't play a huge factor in this right now, even though it's counting down. And it's just a matter of, you play your game still. You don't really want to feel rushed until you get down inside of maybe the minute and a half, 2 minute mark. Right there, he looked like he was going to tie it up. He was swinging for the fence, so to speak, which I think is what he's going to do each time. But if he continues to get these receivers loose,
which he's been able to do multiple times during this game, it could definitely change some things. I mean, you got to get back in it right now. You're only down a touchdown, 4:45 to go. Quarterback passes the call. And there's the guys open again. Just about the same play. He's just got to connect. Hit him right in the hands at the 45-yard line. Lead blocker out. There's a safety just across the way. So it'll be a foot race. And down at the 50, that's going to be good for a Gridiron Buzz fan club first down. Seahawks are moving the chains. 3:57 to go.
3 minutes, 55 seconds.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Seahawks at the 50-yard line. Looking for a, what do you think? There's no out of bounds or anything like this for stopping the clock, so he's definitely got
He's going for the kill shot on each one of these. He's swinging haymakers from south of Mississippi right now. He wants to connect one of these big blows down the field to get this game tied up in a hurry. But he's also content that if that doesn't happen, he's just still trying to tie the game.
And he's got plenty of guys open.
So this is vintage Will Chalmers, folks. If you haven't seen this before, this is like
left-hand side of your screen. Orange base.
This is like a rerun.
Good pass. Should see this guy loop right on out, but there's a couple of safeties that are coming directly over here.
Switch.
Missed him, and gonna turn sideways at the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Cowboys, for the Seahawks.
2 minutes and 7 seconds.
And I'm glad to see that big play downrange. I think it's really going to help set up. Here's the problem. The Seahawks have negative 20 yards so far on the ground. It's going to be a challenge for them to even move the ball right now. They're going to have their bread and butter go-to offensive play here. I don't think you want to throw the ball with everybody jammed up down. The worst thing in the world we could do right now is throw a pick six and end the game.
But I also think you want to make sure that you have enough time, or you don't basically don't leave the Cowboys any more time on the clock either. I mean, they both have 2 timeouts, so there's plenty of time for both of them. Well, Cowboys have 2 timeouts. Seahawks only have 1.
Well, the first thing you do, usually in this mentality, you'd be trying to go, win the game. Here, right now, and it's going to really be a judgment call if he can punch us in the end zone, whether he goes for 1 or 2.
Hey, stop the clock.
Right now, what we need to do, it looks like we have a timeout on the
1.
referee's timeout. The referee's time, official's timeout here.
Good. All right. Start it on the switch. Pass.
All right.
Incomplete. Second down.
I thought it decided base. I thought it decided
Stop.
base. I'm looking straight down the line. We can go replay.
Let me see if I've got. I saved it, so give me 1 second. I'll set it up.
Should be 48 seconds on the clock.
Bear with us here a minute. We're going to the replay booth and see what we've got. Make sure we've got it hooked up and saved.
So the call on the field was incomplete.
No, we had 2 calls.
Yeah, the call on the field was incomplete first. And then we're going to review.
But he's saying it too.
Incomplete.
No,
It bounced. Oh, you want to see it? Yeah, here you go. Here you go.
It's 48 seconds. Roll.
All right, we're back.
Clock's running.
Yep.
Should be. Both teams have some timeouts, so we might see some stoppages here.
Set.
10, 9, 8, 7,
25.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Option. Pass.
Pass has been declared.
3, 30, 50,
This spot.
30, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Hit.
Touchdown. We got ourselves a tie ball game. That's the end of time.
That's game, right?
The time was already out.
Going for 2.
Going for 2, he says. So we're gonna end it right here.
Yeah, let's take a quick pause and take a break here. Let everybody kind of catch their breath and reset. Oh, we're going for 2.
We're going for 2. We're gonna end this right here, right now.
Say 1. My mistake.
We're gonna end this right here, right now. It's gonna be a Cowboys.
Scoring play as the time expires. He gets 1 play.
Okay, guys. Just make sure we have a window so we can pick it up. Don't.
We decided to go for 2.
You're okay because we're going to shoot from here. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this lane here would be good.
Just don't lean over the board. If you do, we'll lose it.
27-28. The referees declared that there will be one final play for the Cowboys as time expired while this drive was happening. So we'll get this, depending on the outcome of this, as to whether or not it'll be necessary for that last play.
I didn't move. You ain't something over there.
Pass.
Quarterback pass has been declared. Look to see where he wants to go.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Pass is complete.
5, 4, switch, 3.
Here we go, folks. Eyes on it. That's going to do it, folks. It did not get in there. Adrian Baxter will be your 2019 Texas Twister champion as they take the game 28-27. Job well done.